My name is Pocketcraft, and welcome back to I think this is episode 7 of our Hardcore Nuzlocke challenge, 100-day challenge. So thank you guys for being here. Hopefully you're excited. I did forget to announce this one in the chat, so maybe a little bit before you guys come in, and I am a little bit late starting. So I apologize for that, but we've got a pretty good episode coming for us today. I think it'll be a fun one. We've got all our Pokemon leveled up to level 21. Meaning that we are ready for our next battle, which is going to be against Trainer Archer. And I can't remember... I don't think... I was trying to see if Groddle has a ground type yet. I don't think he does, which is unfortunate. I think we're going to start with Sandile. Put him up front. I think he's going to be our best bet against Archer. I can't really remember his team. So hopefully that's good. But hopefully you guys are doing well. Having a good... Day Mayo, or had a fun Cinco de Mayo yesterday. As I remember last episode, we're focusing here on trying to make our storage system. We really need to decorate things. Our world looks very ugly, and so I'm definitely gonna have to start doing more decorations soon. But first, really want to get a couple battles out of the way because we have not battled in a while. But we're at least gonna empty out our inventory here a little bit. And we'll organize a lot of this more in coming episodes. But it's going to be nice just to get some stuff out of here. And I can't remember where we put everything. Let's see if any of these moves are going to be useful. I don't think... Brick Break could maybe be alright. But I don't think any of those are going to be super necessary for this next gym battle. Focus Band could be kind of cool, actually. We'll give that to a Pokemon. Okay, and this could actually work too. Yeah, we're going to use some held items we haven't used in a while, so that'll be fun. Ethan, thanks for being here. Shoot and Kill, thanks for being here as well. Glad to have you guys here. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Hopefully it should be a fun one for us today. Getting things a little bit more organized. We have a little bit of food. Should probably cook some more chicken. But I think for now our inventory is cleared out enough. And we're going to go see if Archer spawns in. Sorry, not Hunter. He's our next trainer we need to battle. While we're waiting for that, we might as well finish some of the building because we have not finished any of our building. Our house doesn't even have a roof on it. 0 decorations. We spun the Wheel of Doom and just kind of went for it and haven't been back since. Speaking of that, we are at... I think I haven't updated it yet. It says 6 channel members. We're actually at 5. If we get to 10, we'll spin the Wheel of Doom again. And you can look down in the description for what that means. But I'm pretty happy with our team right now. And we finally have a Pokemon we can ride on as well, Gyarados. We can only really swim on it, so it's not the most useful. I'd rather have a Pokemon we can fly on. But that is pretty awesome. I think while we're here, I need to finish the house, but I also kind of want to get some food growing. So I think I'm going to build a quick food farm, and then we're going to get on finishing this house. I agree, Thomas. Sandile is adorable. I'm really hoping we don't lose this guy. I think he might be my favorite Pokemon on the team right now. And so we're going to have to be careful about that. Rival Terry is here. And I know he's one of the other trainers we need to fight. I'm a little bit nervous, but I don't know if it has to actually be in order. Like Archer and then Terry, or Terry then Archer. I thought it was Archer next. But maybe we'll try and battle Terry and just see what happens, because I don't see Archer yet. Let's see, there's usually like a little symbol above their head. I think that does mean I'm a little scared. I don't know what his first Pokemon is. And so we're going to do Quilladin here, has rollout. I feel like he's going to start with a flying Pokemon. He gives me those vibes. So we're going to start with Pachirisu here. And starting off with our battle here, remember we can only lose a max of 1 Pokemon per battle with the Nuzlocke. But hopefully we don't lose any. And it looks like Terry is not the one we need to battle yet. He's at level 5, so I guess we didn't have to be worried about anything. But we did pick the right start with Pachirisu because he's a water Pokemon. Came out front. And just has 1 Pokemon. Okay. Well, that wasn't super necessary. We should build a trainer card. I can't remember the crafting recipe for that. If anyone in the comment section knows, feel free to comment that down below. And I did also put a question of the day for today's stream. What is your favorite Eevee evolution? Mine is Umbreon, but let me know in the comments what your favorite one is and what you're hoping to see for this stream and future streams as well. But I think we need to build out a food farm, like I was saying. I think this is going to be a pretty good area. I'm going to outline it with logs, probably. And I like to build similar to what the villages have for my food farms. I think looks pretty nice. And so we're just going to try and do something like that. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is like the perfect space, it looks like. We'll have to catch that turtwig. And we should go catch Cyndaquil, actually, this episode as well. I think would be a fun one. We'll just do 2 rows of crops, I think. We can go for 4, which is more efficient. But I don't know that we need that many right now. But we'll see what the space is like. But this is going to be useful. We haven't done hardly any kind of prep work here in our world that's going to help us survive. So I want to get some of this done, get a farm going so we can have some more sustainable food. And then ideally, we'll get the house finished and maybe mining around sometimes too. Question about the mod pack. Is it through Forge or Moderate? Do we download the mods individually or are they together? Yeah, so the mod pack here, it is not an official one. I just put the links for all the mods individually into a Google Drive. And so you can just download whatever ones you want. I probably should make it into an official mod pack at some point, but as of right now, yeah, it's just you can go into the link in the description, you can download them all and install them. It's a pretty simple process, just putting it into your modding folder, and you should have everything you need in there for this to work. And yeah, you can be able to do exactly what I'm doing here. I need to craft another shovel, but it's such a small amount of digging that it feels pointless to do. So, but I decided to go for the 4 layers here. If we're making crops, we might as well go all the way. I want to build a berry farm at some point as well. But we're going to outline this here with some logs to make it look a little bit prettier, which means we're going to have to cut down some more trees. But that is a-okay. I kind of want to clear out this area a little bit anyways. It's pretty overcrowded. Do we have an axe with us? We do. Okay. Yeah, the nature of us switching back and forth every week is I forget everything that's in here. I use Curse Forge and pick all the mods that I want individually. I think there are Cobblemon mod packs. So, yeah, I agree, Potterman. That's how I do it as well. Do I put the resource, data, and mod packs in the mod folder? No. So, yeah, you'll put the mods in the mod pack folder. Resource packs and data packs, you usually have to put them in both the data pack and resource pack folder. So you kind of got to double up there. And yeah, so resource pack as well. Just a tip for everyone. I get comments sometimes that like with the legendary mods, it shows up as a doll. That is usually because you haven't gone in here and clicked to have these resource packs actually on. So as you can see, Pokemon's here. I think I have Mystic Mons on as well. And now it's going to do this reloading thing, which sometimes takes a minute, which is a little bit annoying. But yeah, so make sure you have that installed like that, and then you'll need it in the data pack folder as well. And then it should work for you. And let me know if you guys see Archer spawn in at all here on the map. I don't know if you need to be in a certain locations for him to spawn. Like I said, I should probably build the trainer card. If somebody wants to look up the crafting recipe for that, that would be super helpful. It's just on the Radical Red documentation. And I think I've even posted it in videos, so I should remember, but it's been a minute since I've filmed those, and so I don't remember it off the top of my head. And we'll just need a couple more logs here. I also want to build out this area so it's a little bit nicer. Now, I don't think this is where I want to stay long term, but we've had so little time for building that we may end up being here for a little bit until we have the time to build a cooler base. But yeah, I was just building our starter home, but we're now on day 36 and starter home has still not been finished, which is a little bit of a meme. Maybe, hopefully by the end of the series here, we'll have a house actually finished and built by day 100. But I think we'll get there at some point once we have a break in between trainers. Right now is a good one. And hopefully Archer spawns in. But let me see. Hopefully we find a shiny Pokemon today. Put some bets in. What do you guys think will be the next shiny Pokemon we find? So far, we have found 3, I believe. We have shiny Gimmighoul. We have shiny Teddiursa. And then I guess just our shiny starter, I think, is the only other one. Jake, which is pretty awesome. And then we're going to need to get some spruce saplings to evolve him. And I think I'm going a little bit out farther than I was meaning to. But we're going to need wood to finish the house anyways. So we might as well get as much as we can. I did think of a way to build an automatic wood farm in Cobblemon. I'll have a video coming out about that soon. and we don't have everything to build it right now, but we should build that soon, and that would really save us a lot of time. And so that'll be something maybe in one of the future streams here that we'll be doing. Important announcement for everybody as well. I'm going to be traveling a lot these next couple weeks. I've got a couple big family things going on. I have a sister getting married. Another sister is going to leave on a mission for church. And so there are going to be big events going on, and they're all in different states. So I'm going to be traveling around kind of for the next 2.5 weeks or so. And so because of that, I will probably not have a live stream the next 2 Tuesdays, which is a little bit lame, I know. So sorry about that, but the nature of traveling, it's going to be hard to bring all the equipment I need to stream effectively. And so we'll have a 2-week break here, but don't worry, we will come back after that, Tuesdays at 6, and it'll be sweet. Do I watch anime? No, not really. I haven't really watched much anime. I don't really have too much time for watching TV in general. I've seen Avatar: Last Airbender. I don't know that that really counts as anime, but I do enjoy that a lot. And then I've obviously seen episodes of the Pokemon. I haven't watched it in a little while, but growing up I watched the Pokemon anime, which obviously big fan with the YouTube channel here. But I know it's a lot popular thing that a lot of people enjoy. Do you, Ethan? And if so, what's your favorite one? You should add some fly creative, make building a lot easier. That would make it a lot easier. I'm trying to stay somewhat close to, I mean, I have plenty of mods in here, so I guess it would be fine to add another one. But trying to not add too many crazy mods, but that would be a fun thing to maybe make things a little bit easier, because building has been kind of a slow process. That's not a bad idea, Curry Cat. And we probably have enough wood now to hopefully finish this off, and we can start planting some things. And wow, there are oak saplings everywhere, so it's kind of hard to see anything on the map, but I don't think Archer has spawned yet. And once we have this farm up and running, I might wander around a little bit to see if that helps him spawn in. And hopefully this is enough to finish off. Oh, we're going to need to put some dirt down here. I should probably build a second layer, so it's not just a drop off here. We're definitely going to have to work on our terraforming and design. This is not the prettiest area for a home by any means, but it's a good starter home, and we just need to make sure we have some things growing here so we can have something to live off of. I think all of the iron is actually in the chest, so we're going to go grab some iron and build a bucket, and then I don't think we have a hoe either, so we'll build one of those as well. And we got to decide what to plant. I don't think I have any crops with me, and yeah, I don't know if I have any seeds at all actually. Okay, we have 1 wheat seed and 5 carrot seeds, so we'll start with that. I'm going to gather up some other wheat seeds from the ground probably. I thought I had potatoes, but maybe I changed them all into other potatoes. We can probably get more potatoes from the village. I might start growing nature mints as well, though. And so we're going to grab... Oh, are these all blue? Okay, they're all blue. We'll grow a couple nature mints. I don't know that I really want the white ones yet, so let's grow a couple of these and get some things going. Your favorite is MHA. Definitely watch too much. Hey, that's all right. You know, do what makes you happy, what goes well. And okay, iron. Yeah, I am such a spaz when I'm recording. I feel like I forget everything every 2 seconds as I'm talking to you guys about what I'm actually trying to do. And we want a hoe. We'll probably just do a stone hoe. And then we'll need a bucket. Bucket, in my opinion, is one of the most OP items in all of Minecraft. I don't know why. I think it's like my favorite item, which it doesn't even do anything that crazy. You know, it just pretty much makes it so you can farm stuff. But I'm a big fan of buckets. Because I used to make, before I started making Cobblemon videos, if any of you have been around the channel for a while, I used to just make plain Minecraft videos. Actually, just Minecraft Pocket Edition videos. But that was one of my big things. One of the first things I would ever craft is a bucket, and I wanted to have one as soon as possible. I'm a big fan of automatic farms. I don't know if I'll do too many in this, just with live streaming. Sometimes having too many crazy automatic farms can make it a little bit glitchy. But I am a big fan of automatic farms, and just farming in general in Minecraft, I think, is enjoyable, and I like to be able to just get items without having to constantly go and harvest them. So let's start tilling the earth here, and we'll get things growing. And then we're going to walk around, catch that cyndaquil or quilava, and then see if we can find Archer here to battle. And I'd be interested to know in the comments, how many of you play normal Minecraft and how many of you just play Cobblemon? You know, what has kind of gotten you into this? Do you still play normal Minecraft at all? Are those things interesting to you, or are you kind of just here for Cobblemon? And I mean, my channel doesn't really make hardly any normal Minecraft videos, so you probably don't come here just for that. But I'm not sure how many nature mints I really want to plant. Maybe just 2 of each color. It's not super my priority right now, but it will be helpful in the future to get things going. And I mean, it is, I guess while we have low on crops, now is probably a good time actually to just plant nature mints and stock up. So we'll plant a couple more here, and then I'm going to try and gather some more seeds so we can start the wheat production a little bit faster at least, because it's going to go pretty slow with just 1 seed. And then we got to make this prettier because that's ugly. But I'm excited to have this going. I feel like we haven't done any of the normal Minecraft things yet, and it's just been hanging over my head that we don't have a farm or a house, so we haven't been mining, so I have like no ore of any kind. And we still don't have armor, which actually, that is something we should probably focus on too, because this is a hardcore Nuzlocke and playthrough, so if we die, we die. So I really should try and get armor. I mean, we have the stuff that I found in the village at the beginning, but we don't have any serious armor, which is, so what we have is not going to hold up with the impact. And I don't see Archer yet, so we're going to keep going around here. We have 9 seeds now. I think I'd like at least 10 to start with, maybe a little bit more. Played more Cobblemon recently, played both, but mostly Cobblemon. Right now, Cobblemon. It's kind of the way I've been too. I feel like I've transitioned to primarily just Cobblemon. And just kind of feels sad now to open up Minecraft and not have Pokemon walking around. And I feel like it adds a lot more depth to the game. I know some people like to play Cobblemon without Minecraft mods. I prefer it with the Minecraft mods because then I feel like it adds just a lot more you can do. So you can do all the normal Minecraft things like going for the Ender Dragon and stuff, but then you also, you know, can fight gym leaders and catch Pokemon, which I think makes it a little bit more fun. And I'm surprised he hasn't spawned in yet. Usually they spawn in pretty quickly, which makes me wonder if maybe he can't spawn in this biome. I know with the update to the Radical Red mod, some of the trainers are biome specific. Okay, I think that's enough crops to get there started. Oh, that was risky. I need to cover that hole up. Luckily, I guess we felt there's water there, so it's not a big deal, but that could have been dangerous. Whew. Okay, jump. Jump here, jump here. Yeah, I gotta be more careful about holes. I think if I go out in any way, I think that's how it's gonna end early, is me falling down a hole is probably most likely. Let me know in the comments. I'm gonna do a poll. Should I hunt for Archer or should I work on the house? So I'm gonna start one here and I'll have you guys answer for me. So 1 second while I type it. Hunt Archer or finish house. So you guys are more interested in, because I want to make sure this is enjoyable for you, and so we do need a house, but you know, I'm fine to go hunt Archer, and we've put off the house this long, we can put it off longer if we need to. So I'll let you guys vote there while I empty out my inventory, and I'll do whatever has the most votes. And I already keep forgetting what is what. This is our crop 1. And we should start planting berries soon, but I think that can hold off a little bit longer. And we don't, I never use X attack or X speed. I know they have their place, but I've always thought of them as fairly useless. You've been playing Minecraft since it came out on Xbox in 2012. Right now you've been enjoying Cobblemon videos. Thank you, I appreciate that. I'm glad you've enjoyed them, that they've been helpful. I try and make them as informative as possible. I know sometimes with Cobblemon it can be a little bit difficult to find information, and there's so much to it and so many different add-ons that I feel like there's just a lot of questions people have about how to play and how to do certain things. So that's kind of my main goal. The live streams are just for fun. I think it's fun to play around with you guys, but competitive battling and stuff isn't my strongest suit. My main goal is to try and get all the tips and things out for you guys. That is true, Potterman. I am not the best Minecraft player, so sorry for that. I appreciate you being here, even if it's a little bit painful. It definitely is. I am a little bit rusty, so oh my gosh, is that a Tapu Lele? I think it is. Wow, we already have a Tapu Bulu in a boat. And now I'm going to put a Tapu Lele in a boat. So we really need to go get some quick balls or something and catch some of these legendary Pokemon. I can't believe we are finding another legendary, and especially another Tapu. I think that's pretty awesome. Let's get a boat here. I don't like this new update where it like has all the boats in one little pile there. Okay, and it is going to be nighttime here, so we got to be careful, but I want to make sure we get Tapu Lele in this boat before it despawns. Okay, where is it? I think it's going to be right around here. The mini-map is always a little bit confusing, and it could be up in a boat, up in a tree as well, because that's where the other one was. I see. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, it's up in a tree. That's annoying. Come down. Okay, I guess we're going to have to go up. And I only have stone, so let's see here. Thanks for being here, Cody. No worries for being late. You're totally fine. I started a little bit late anyways, actually, so you're chilling. What is my least favorite Pokemon? Oh, that's an interesting question. That's one I'd have to think about. I know some of the newer Pokemon models haven't been my favorite, but least favorite is a hard one to answer. I hope it doesn't attack me. Okay, let's see if we can get the boat down here. I don't know if you can place boats on leaves. We may have to add some normal blocks up here. Oh, and it is on the stone. Get in there. Is it in? Come on in. Doesn't seem to want to enter. But we're going to get it. Or maybe we won't. Let's put some blocks under. Oh, it's a block down. That's why. Okay. And, oh, well, that didn't work. But it's on the ground now, so I think that should make it easier. We just got to make sure it doesn't attack us, which I don't know if it even has the functionality to do since it's not a normal vanilla Cobblemon Pokemon. I think it probably still does. We do have to be careful here, though. I hear skeletons around. Okay, let's just get this in a boat and then run back to our house. Where'd it go? Uh-oh. I hope we don't lose it. Oh, this thing keeps disappearing on me, but it's right in front of my face every time. Okay. We just got to push it in. And then apparently we're going to be a Tapu trainer. There we go. Okay, I think it's in the boat. Yeah. All right. Then I'll put another waypoint. And we're going to have to go and catch all of these soon. Oops. I just feel like our Pokemon are so low leveled. I don't want to enter a battle yet because I feel like we're going to get knocked out. So, I mean, I could quick ball and run, but even if the quick ball doesn't work, they'll have the chance to hit us. So I think I just want to wait until our Pokemon are closer level to them so that we just don't get destroyed when we try and catch them. But I am excited about that. That's super sweet. What'd you miss? All you missed, Cody, is we made a quick food farm, and we've been trying to find Archer because our Pokemon are high enough levels now that we can battle him. And so we're waiting for Archer to spawn. And then we just, as you would have seen by now, we found Tapu Lele, which is super hype. Excited about that. We've had pretty good legendary luck. Oh, and pretty good luck with our... Oh, shoot. That... Uh-oh. Run! Okay, that glitched a little bit, which is poor timing. But we found our bed, and we're safe. That was close. I forgot how much arrows do in Hardcore. That was a lot of damage. So we're going to sit in here and re-heal while that skeleton hopefully gets killed by the sun. And yeah, I think we need to get more armor because we definitely do not have enough armor. But it's getting hurt out there. We're going to wait till it dies. I think it's in that hole. I think it just did. Just to make sure we're safe. And then let's go find Archer. And hopefully we can battle him and get ready to level up our Pokemon, because we got to raise the level cap so we can go and catch all these legendaries. Bones are useful as well as arrows. We should get a shield as well. Yeah, we got a lot we still got to do. So I don't know if we're going to accomplish everything in 100 days, but as long as we don't die, we can continue to 200 days or however long it takes. Hopefully by the end, Potterman, it will not be as painful to watch. But super excited to see more videos. Oh yeah, server. I know a lot of people are excited about a server. That's something I hope to do at some point. You know, I don't think it'll be right away, but that is something in the future that I would like to work on. I just gotta plan out the right time to do it, and when I'll have time to be on there, and the way to organize all of the chat and everything. But I do think that is a good idea, and maybe we'll hold. Once we do have one of those built, that'll be another good place to maybe do another 100-day challenge or something. Oh, awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed the video about making Pokemon faster and riding on Pokemon. That, I think, is one I was excited to make. I think that's a useful one, because I love riding on Pokemon in Cobblemon, but they are way too slow for me. And so I think that'll be a useful one. So I'm glad you found that helpful. Okay, we have a Quilava, so even though I don't have the best balls, I feel like we're ready to go for Cyndaquil, and we'll just try and catch him, and if it doesn't work, we still have a Quilava in a boat. But this guy's been here for too long, and I mean, Dartrix has been in that boat for forever, so we should go after Dartrix. I don't even remember what level it's at. Here's Cyndaquil. I don't want to knock it out, though. I think Pachirisu is actually going to be our best bet. We've got Nuzzle, which shouldn't be too much damage, and it can paralyze, which will make him a little bit easier to catch. Okay, yeah. 30 damage, paralyzed. I think that's pretty good. We should be able to catch him. God Bidoof was funny. Okay, I'm glad you enjoyed that. I thought that was a fun addition. Too bad they don't have a good model for him. I know the Pokemon's data pack creator has talked about making one. We'll see. After 100 days of answering questions, a good time for a server. That might be a good time as well. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. I need to look into where to host the server as well. I've never hosted a Minecraft server, and so I need to think about the right platform to use. So I don't know if any of you guys have done servers before, have any suggestions, that would be helpful. I just want to make sure I do all the research before we start one. Broke out, unfortunately. I like that it hops back in the boat, though. That's pretty nice. And we are close to our healing machine, which is awesome. I still haven't seen Archer appear, though, which is unfortunate. We saw him a couple different times when we were on our long journey. And so Archer's winning the vote right now. We got about 30 minutes left in the stream. So I think after we catch this Cyndaquil, if it ends up getting caught, we may go backtrack a little bit towards that kind of deserty area. And I'm wondering if maybe Archer can only spawn in certain biomes. Like I know Brock spawned way more commonly when we were near the mountain. And so that's something we can work on. Cyndaquil does look like he's going to be a little bit difficult to catch, but he's still in a boat, so even if we can't catch him, we'll be okay. But we do need to start getting some better Pokeballs, because we're just putting all these Pokemon in boats rather than actually catching them. I'm tempted to look at Dartrix too, but I think I'm going to try and craft some Quick Balls first. I can't remember if we got a gold block or not from this Nether Fortress, so we'll have to look over there. Or Ruined Nether Portal, sorry, not Nether Fortress. In a server, what kind of things would you guys like to see? I guess is a good question as we're talking about servers. Would you be interested in a server? What would you not be interested in? Are there things on certain servers that have been annoying to you that you think is good to avoid? Oh, and there we go. Okay, we finally caught Cyndaquil, which is awesome. We have another starter Pokemon. He's not going to be super useful right now because we have just our battle with Misty, so we probably won't put him on our team until after that battle. But I'm excited about that nonetheless. There's a Quilava we'll go for as well. We're going to heal up our Pokemon right now, just in case Archer finally spawns in. I want to make sure we're ready to battle him. We could steal some carrots from the village as well to get our farm going a little bit more quickly, I think is probably a good idea. And we'll use this healing machine. We need to craft a healing machine for our base, but it's just so expensive, and we haven't got mining, so we don't have diamonds. And we don't have a gas tier either, so that's something we'll just go for in the future, but it is definitely on the list. Sophisticated backpacks. Ooh, that is a good one. Pretty much all the Cobblemon mods. Yeah, that's a must. That makes things definitely more exciting. Would you prefer like a server-wide gym system where trainers are the gym leaders, which can result in sometimes being, you have to coordinate with certain people to battle, so it's not always on your schedule? Or would you prefer just having a system with the gyms where it's we have something like the Radical Red mod going, and then that way you can just battle gyms whenever you want, but it's not actual players. What do you guys think would be more interesting to you on a server? Ooh, shoot. I was looking at the chat and I almost just fell to my death. I didn't realize how big of a drop-off it is to the water there. Okay, I need to pay more attention to what is going on here. I was going to take some water, and I'll steal it from here so we can get that gold block. Although I think we might need a iron pick for that. Yeah, I think better safe than sorry. Let's build an iron pick here. Do we have enough? Yeah, we do. This will just be nice to have anyways. We need to really upgrade our toolkit here. Gyms sound really cool. Put both. Yeah, I think that's true. We could have the Radical Red mod there so that you can always battle those. And then we could also include, we could have people create their own gyms as well that people coordinate and battle whenever they have the time to do so. I think that's a good idea. I don't see why. Yeah, I guess it's not necessary to just do one or the other. Okay, this gold block will be huge because this will allow us to get quick balls, which is something we really need. That'll help us catch Pokemon a lot more quickly. And maybe with that, we'll go catch Dartrix while we're looking around for Archer. And I think that's a pretty good option. Wow, I didn't realize how far the water came down. But we can get a couple more seeds here, which is nice from that. We could grab some extra apricorns. I kind of feel like we have enough for now. And one of these episodes, we'll build an automatic apricorn farm. That is probably one of the most useful Cobblemon farms, in my opinion. Makes it way easier to get Pokeballs, and you don't have to worry about all sorts of things. So I appreciate that. And we haven't built anything like that in a while at all in this series, so we'll have to do that. Also, do you guys feel like you like Cobblemon playthroughs better in live stream format or in episode format, right? So I have the Cobblemon Survival Guide and the best Cobblemon Let's Play series that were just episodes where I just kind of edited it down to the most exciting moments, and I removed things like this where I'm just walking through the forest back and forth. Or do you prefer live stream where you're here in person the whole time, but there's clips of me just walking back and forth for a while? That's something that I am interested in to know. If you guys are liking live streams or if I should just focus more on episodes. Better in live stream? Okay, that's good to know, Cody. And who wins, 1 Silverback Gorilla or 100 men? Good question, Ethan. We have been having that conversation with our neighbors, actually. I think it depends a lot on the rules that you put in the competition. Heracross would be sweet. It's kind of a high level for us right now. I won't use it yet, but I am tempted by Heracross. I think it depends on the rules. I think if it's just 100 average men, they're not trained fighters or anything, and they are unarmed, and it's just like a flat arena where there's no tools, nothing you can use, then I would say I think probably the gorilla. If it's trained men or there's like sticks or weapons, then I think the numbers would show. But I guess that's a good question. We can turn that into a poll. It's clear here everybody wants us to go for Archer. So I'll put another poll here and see what you guys think. And gorillas versus men. And comment what you can vote what you think will win. 100 men or 1 silverback gorilla. And with this, I think we're going to say unarmed men. There's no tools or anything they can use, and they're just average dudes. It's not like Olympic athletes or anything. It's just average people. And let's go form some quick balls. while you guys do that, we'll grab some apricorns. And I don't have any yellow apricorns with me. Shoot, we have, I think, yellow apricorns at our village, so we may have to go back and do that really quickly. That was dumb of me to not grab that one. Do I have a mob drops one yet? I don't think we really do. This will be our mob drops for now. And yeah, we've got all sorts of random items in here. Item storage is going to be the bane of my existence, I think. It always is in Minecraft. Never know where to put everything. You voted gorilla. You meant to do human. Shoot. Sorry about that, Cody. It was scientifically proven that 100 men would win. Really? How was it? How did they prove that scientifically? Did they do a battle or with actual gorillas and men? Or was it a... Because that sounds unethical, probably. Or do they do like a computer simulation? Because I don't know how you could... with science, it needs to be done, right? With the scientific method, you've got to observe it. Looks like most of you are leaning towards men. I don't know. I think a gorilla could do some damage. I am by no means an expert at all, but I feel like a gorilla could do a lot. I don't want to take all the gold with me, and I think we're just going to go out on an adventure here. Try and find Archer, hopefully catch Dartrix, some of these other Pokemon we haven't caught yet. And then if we can't find him, we can start working on the house, because that does need to be done as well. I kind of want to get a Pidgeotto on our team at some point. It's not like the most powerful Pokemon, but I haven't used a Pidgey in Cobblemon at all. And it's such a classic Pokemon that I feel like I got to try it out. It's also a good flyer. And I do want a flying Pokemon on our team, because right now we don't have any that can fly. And I mean, for all of you who saw our ride Pokemon video, I could turn any Pokemon into a flying Pokemon. But I prefer one that actually has wings, because it is kind of fun to fly around on like a Bidoof or something, but it looks a little derpy. But that still is an option. We also need a faster way to get from here to the village. If 100 human jump the gorilla, he is cooked. Human have no tools. I think gorilla would win too, Sharon. I think, because if the men are perfectly coordinated, then yeah, I think they could take the gorilla. But I think that the men wouldn't be perfectly coordinated. I think if it's just like average guys, some are going to be braver than others. And the gorilla is definitely going to kill the first people that come at him. And after that, I think most guys are going to be a lot scareder and not as willing to rush the gorilla in mass numbers. I think, yeah, if it's perfectly coordinated men who have no fear, then I think they would win. But I think if it's just normal guys, I think fear is going to win out, and I think they're going to lose to the gorilla. But I don't know. I can't remember the stats, but I looked it up, and I think a gorilla can lift 1,500 pounds or something crazy like that. So I don't know. Gorilla's got some impressive stats. Cat, so you think human can definitely trick a gorilla into running off a cliff or getting exhausted? That's a good point. Yeah, I think if it's intelligent humans that are planning together, they could take it. I think a lot of it just depends which humans are there. Also exciting that you're here tonight, Kat. Glad you could make it. That the new schedule is working better with your work. Gorilla on max IVs. That is a good point. That's a funny, good one, Sharon. Yeah, gorilla on max IVs, taking them. If it's got no EV training, then maybe it'll lose. 100 Codys could take it. Has any Pokemon been defeated yet? Not sure. Has any Pokemon attacked me yet? Beep boop. Is that what you're asking? Because I have not been attacked yet, which is actually no. I have. I think I've been attacked by one Pokemon in this series. I think it's mainly when you get to higher level Pokemon that they start to get more aggressive with this mod, with the fight or flight. And so right now, since our Pokemon are low level, not very many high level Pokemon spawn. And so that's kept us a little bit safer. But I'm sure it's going to happen at some point. And now we do have, I think we should be able to craft quick balls now, which is awesome. These are my favorite Pokeballs by far in Cobblemon. I think they're definitely the most useful. We could get one Ultra Ball probably. Do we have black around here? I think we do. Can't remember all the apricorn colors we have. Maybe we don't have black yet, which we don't really need an Ultra Ball. I'm not set on that. We'll see if there's anything else useful we can craft. Really quick balls is all I want. I think they're the most useful. Timer ball, I like to have as a backup. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else great. Great balls could be nice, but we don't have red with us. And I think we just got to get moving and try and find Archer. And I think we'll start, because I don't know where Archer's going to spawn. We're going to go find Dartrix. Our boy has been waiting for too long. He has been waiting since episode 1, and we have ignored him. And so I think it's time we go get him. Before we do, though, I need to steal a bed from this village, because I want to make sure we can sleep through the night. That strategy has worked really well for us so far. Just anytime it turns nighttime, immediately go to bed. And that way we have hardly seen any Minecraft mods, which is good. I think that's going to help prevent us from dying too soon, or hopefully at all. Let's empty out some of the things that we're not going to need for our journey in here. Well, we might want these to make balls. But I'd like to empty out a little bit, so we have a little bit more space in case we find anything useful. And I don't want to lose. I guess if we die, we die, so it doesn't really matter about losing things if we die. But thank you for all the 100-day answers or Cobblemon questions. I'm glad it's been helpful. Of course, you're welcome. Do quick balls work outside of battle? I don't think so. I've tried to test it a couple times, and I'm not sure. But I think you may have to be in battle for quick balls. But someone correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Do I collect any Pokemon in real life? Do you mean like plushies or Pokemon cards? I guess, yeah, what's your there with Thomas? I do like Pokemon cards. I haven't collected as much recently, although I do play Pokemon TCG Pocket, so we collect some in there. But I don't have any plushies or anything like that. Dartrix is an OG. Yeah, man has been here since day 1. We have got to go catch him. And I should see, I can't remember. I'm going to have to go back. It's funny, I make all these tip videos, and then sometimes I forget exactly what I taught, and then I have to go back and watch my own tip videos to remember sometimes what everything does. And so I'm trying to remember where you can evolve Dartrix to turn into Hisuian Decidueye, because I think Hisuian Decidueye would probably be more useful in the long term than normal Decidueye. I would like the fighting ability. I think would be really nice. And this is kind of dangerous with this hill, so we're going to be really careful here. We're going to avoid the snow, because you can drown in the snow, or freeze, I think is technically what it is, but it feels like drowning, and I don't want that to happen. So we're going to go a little bit of a roundabout way here to find Dartrix, and hopefully as we're going here, Archer will spawn, and he's been elusive. It's a bummer when that happens in the Radical Red mod. I feel like the trainers always spawn when you're not ready to fight them, and then as soon as you're ready, they don't want to show their face. So hopefully he spawns in soon, and we'll keep going. I like Breloom with Spore and False Light, plus Dream Pokeballs. Yeah, Breloom is a beast. I think that would be a really fun one. We do have Shroomish here, so it'd be awesome if we could do that. And then we'll get here soon. Okay, yeah, Pokeballs, Thomas. Yeah, so Pokeballs, I mean, not Pokeballs, Pokemon cards. I don't do as much as I used to when I was younger, but I would like to get into it more. I think Pokemon cards are a lot of fun. Do you collect Pokemon cards, or do any of you guys do? Awesome. Glad this was helpful for you, Dune. Hopefully you can get some helpful tips here. If you have any questions about recording these, let me know. I think it's definitely a fun one to do. The finding out the right way to do a Nuzlocke is a little bit tricky in Cobblemon, but I like the way that I've went about doing it. It's certainly not perfect, but I've liked it. And looks like we can finally see Dartrix on the map. Our boy, he has been waiting since day 1. Like 5 minutes into the first episode, he spawned, and we still have not caught him. And I think we left him in a tree, if I remember right. So he should be right around here somewhere. There's the waypoint, and there he is. Level 23 Dartrix. Okay, I want to make sure we don't get KO'd. I think Pachirisu is going to be a good bet. And hopefully we just catch it with the quick ball. Otherwise, he's actually probably going to be a little bit difficult. We could just run and then come back in, and that might be what we go for. Okay, that's what I thought, Dune. They only work in battle. Dartrix did get out. I think I'm going to run. and just come back in and see if we can hit it with quick ball again, because we don't have any other very highly effective Pokeballs. I don't want to run too much because it's kind of annoying to have to physically run away. And so if need be, we can just do this once or twice and then come back in and try and battle it out to the end. Getting into collecting cards, but they're expensive. Yeah, it's kind of been my turn off with collecting physical Pokemon cards as well. They're pretty expensive. And then with games like Pokemon TCG Pocket, I feel like you can have a lot of the fun of collecting cards without actually having to spend money. Although, I mean, that game is becoming a little bit of a pay to collect game as well. But you've got to go watch. Hey, there we go. We just caught Dartrix. Finally. Boy's been waiting since day one. I'm glad we finally have Dartrix on our team. It's above the level cap right now, so we won't be able to use it. But after we are finally able to find Archer, if he ever shows up, and take him out, then we will definitely have to put Dartrix on the team. We have found a ton of grass starters, but not much of other types. So we're going to have to look for that as well. Gotta go. I will watch the post recording. Awesome. Thanks, Cody. Have a great rest of your night. And thanks for tuning in. Appreciate all of you guys for being here as well. TCG Pocket is fun recently. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun since they've started the shiny Pokemon. Speaking of that, I guess this is another chance for a poll. So I'll ask another poll here, which will take a second for me to type it out while I'm waiting to be able to sleep. I'm thinking about starting TCG Pocket videos again. I used to post about one a week, and so I'm thinking about doing the same thing. So I want to see if you guys are interested in that or not. I feel like there's been a lot of updates recently, and so it could be fun to film some. And I'll post this here. But I'm always interested to know, are you guys actually interested in that or not? As, you know, my followers that are here, I want to make sure I don't do things that you're not interested in. And, sorry here, it takes forever to write out these polls. But there we go. Okay. Poll is live, so you can answer that. There's a Machop, which actually could be a fun Pokemon to have on the team. Fighting Pokemon, I do really enjoy using in Cobblemon. And for some reason, since Archer is not willing to spawn, we might as well catch some other Pokemon. My Machop and his line is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I think he's super fun. Level 26, though, which is a little bit scary. We'll try one quick ball, and if it doesn't work, I think we'll just run. Because I don't want to knock out any of our Pokemon. The Nuzlocke does have me on my toes. While we're waiting for that, we're going to get rid of this waypoint for Dartrix. We have too many of these. And then let's go the Desert Temple. Let's enable this, because I think that's where we last saw Archer spawn. And so we'll go back there and see if it'll come up. Hey, we just got Machop, which is awesome. That's one of my favorite Pokemon. I think we'll definitely use one on our team once we are able to raise the level cap again. Did you ever think about playing online with Cobblemon fans? Yeah, that's actually something we've been talking about, Sharon. A little bit before you hopped on, I was talking about I've been planning on creating a server. Haven't done it yet, and there's no timeline on it, so I don't want anyone getting their hearts too set on it, because it might be a little while before that actually gets implemented. But I've thought about creating a server as a place where we could play together, but I haven't done it yet. There are 64 biomes in Minecraft and 6 slots for Pokemon. So if I do the Nuzlocke Rivals, every 10 days, we are forced to explore new biomes and areas. The rest are normal Nuzlocke rules. That's a pretty good option for doing it. Yeah, I think that'd be an awesome way to do that, Dune. And Nuzlocke Rivals, is that like with a friend as well? Or is that just a typo for Nuzlocke rules? But yeah, the migration is a good idea. I personally didn't want to have to do that, but I think that's probably a better way of doing it than I'm personally doing it. And okay, we are 2,000 meters from the Desert Temple. We'll go there, and hopefully Archer will spawn in. I don't know why he's been so elusive. We really need to craft a trainer card, but I haven't done that yet, and I can't remember what it takes to craft those. Looks like so far all of you are interested in TCG Pocket, and so maybe I'll have to start making those again. It's nice to know kind of what crossover there is. Oh my gosh, there's an Axu. What? Oh, I almost missed that. That's crazy. Well, we have had some awesome luck today with finding cool Pokemon. We haven't found Archer, but I do not mind. Axu is awesome. That'll be our first dragon type. And where is he? Should be right around here. I feel like sometimes the mini-map, you get so close, and then that last little corner of finding him is so tricky. I hope he's not underground. Should be like right in front of us. Oh, I think he's on top of there. Okay, let's build up here. And this is going to be sweet. If we can catch an Axu, that would be a really powerful Pokemon to have on our team. I mean, it's going to take a second before we can level it up to really be super useful. But there he is. That is awesome. Axu is probably one of my favorite dragon types. I think he's super cute. And it's a powerful one. It's not the best one, but it's still pretty good. Didn't want to add the NPC. Hey, there we go. That is awesome. We just caught our first dragon type of the season. It's actually at a level we can use. He's not super useful until he gets evolved. So I don't know if we'll use it yet, but that's definitely going to be one of our most powerful Pokemon coming up here. I'm going to use our stone pick for now so we don't waste the iron one. Didn't want to add NPCs and level caps, so that's your way of doing it. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty great way for doing it too. My schedule is the way that it's hard to coordinate with other people too much, so the NPCs have been kind of the best way to do it. But that would be awesome. Yeah, dude, once I create the server, I'd be, anybody's going to be welcome, and so that would be awesome to have you there. Go to a village and get one with emeralds. Yeah, I do need to start trade for some armor and other stuff. And that'll be useful, I think. And that's a good point, Ethan. Yeah, I forgot you can trade with, I forget his name now, but that one trainer for the Radical Redmon that's over there into villages, and you can trade with him, and you can change your course as well, which has been something I've been tempted by. I don't know. We started with Kanto, so I'm leaning towards staying with Kanto, but I don't know if you guys saw my video. You can now battle Sinnoh trainers in Radical Red as well, the Sinnoh gym leaders, and they made them a little bit easier. So it's just the normal gym leaders from Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. So they're a lot easier to beat than the Radical Red trainers. And with our Nuzlocke, that seems like kind of a better option that I think we could progress a lot more quickly. But I don't know what you guys' thoughts are about that. If you think we should stay with Kanto or if we should switch to Sinnoh, let me know what you think in the comments. It feels a little lame to switch, but we've also only beaten one gym leader so far, so it's not too late. And I think we would be a lot easier for us to quickly go through the gym leaders and get to beating the champion if we did it that way than if we did it this way. But I'm pretty much open to either one. How would you decide the gym leaders in your server? Yeah, that's a really good question. That's one of the things that's kind of held me up from creating it so far, is deciding specifics like that. I haven't really known the best strategy. One thing I've thought about is, if we did what you were talking about, Ethan, and looks like there's an underwater nether portal, ruined nether portal there maybe. We'll use Gyarados now because we can use him to go through the water without drowning and check that out. If we had the Radical Red mod enabled so people could fight gyms that way, then I might just let people create their own gyms and, kind of do it however they want. The problem with Gyarados, though, is you cannot see anything around him. So we're going to have to look around like this. And there is another portal there. And so, but there's also drowned. And I don't really want to deal with the drowned right now. So I might just ride Gyarados all the way to the right place, even though this is going to be an awful view for you guys. So sorry about that. Hopefully we can get there pretty quick. He moves pretty fast, so I can respond to your guys' comments here how we do that. So yeah, I would think maybe I would do just the Radical Red mod for people to fight gym leaders, and then anyone can create their own gym they want and coordinate with each other when to battle would probably be my best way. One of the main hang-ups too is I haven't really wanted to organize a Discord. It's just kind of a lot of work to maintain one, but I think that would be the next step to do that. Your rival doesn't know much about Minecraft, but has years of Pokemon knowledge, while you're flipped. You don't know a lot about Pokemon, but tons about Minecraft. So you did a Pokemon already, and now you're doing one on Cobblemon. That's a pretty good match. I think that'll be fun with Cobblemon. It'll be I think that's a good way to even it out. You guys can have different advantages over each other. What mod pack is that? Are you talking about the mod that allows me to ride on Gyarados, Ali, or something else? But either way, all of the mods I'm using are down in the description. You can find a link and download them. But it's the Cobblemon Rider mod is the one that's letting me ride on Gyarados here. So there's the gym that we passed earlier. Or actually, I don't think we've even been to this gym yet. This looks like it's a gym for Misty. I'll look. I don't think we had found this one yet. So we found Lieutenant Surge and Sabrina. This looks like it's probably Misty's gym. But we can't fight her yet until we're able to find Archer. So we need to do that. But we'll mark this down here, which is awesome. So the next couple gym leaders we'll be able to fight in person, which will make it a lot easier to find them. And Misty will come in here if we walk in closer. But there's not really much of a point in spawning her yet until we find Archer. And so we're just going to keep going. I'm hoping he spawns in the desert just because that's the last place I think we saw him was there in the Badlands. So we'll go over there, see if we can find him there. And it's too bad I should have tried to get a flying Pokemon so we can get here more quickly. Maybe I'll go into the config before next episode and make it so one of our other Pokemon can fly. And then we can get there a little bit more quickly. I don't know if that's a little bit cheap or not though, so we'll see. And hopefully he comes in. We've got, we're about here at the end of the stream for today though. So we may have to battle Archer next episode. But we were able to get a food farm going. We caught an Axew, which is huge. We finally caught Dartrix and Cyndaquil. So I feel like our reserves of Pokemon are looking really good. We'll just have to... Oh, and here's a fossil structure, which is awesome. We're looking for that a lot earlier, for those of you who watched the previous streams. But we have already kind of filled up our fossils. We do need to build a restoration machine and actually turn our Jaw fossil into Tyrant, because I do want to use one on our team. So we've got a lot to do in the coming episodes. And I'm going to put a poll on our channel here after this for you guys to vote on. I'd be interested to know what you think about using the Sinnoh trainers, switching to Sinnoh trainers, or staying here with Kanto. That's going to be kind of the big question that we'll decide before next video, because I think that's something that will change things quite a bit. If we do decide to do Sinnoh, I think it'll be a lot easier for us to go through gym leaders more quickly. The Kanto ones, it's just tricky because it's the Radical Red mod, and so it usually takes me a couple tries to beat Pokemon trainers. And then since we have the Nuzlocke rules enabled, I also have to rebuild my team after each loss, which I'm totally willing to do if that's what you guys are interested in. But that will take us a little bit longer to go through. So we'll go till this day ends. We're at day 40 here, which is pretty huge. And whoa, this is a interesting place we stumbled upon. I think these are some ruins here. And so maybe we'll stay the night here. And starting off next episode, we'll explore these ruins. Hopefully finally find Archer, or if you guys decide to switch to Sinnoh, then we can go and beat Rorik or Roderick. I forget the name of the gym leader there. But we'll explore this a little bit next episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Appreciate it. It's awesome that you guys are here. And we will catch you guys all in that next episode. Thank you for being here. Reminder, special thank you to the channel members. If we hit 10 members, we'll spin the Wheel of Doom and have another exciting challenge for you guys. But thank you guys all so much, and we'll catch you all in that next video.